Hey guys, what's up? My name is Matt, and today I'm going to be doing something a bit out of the ordinary for my channel. I'm going to be reviewing something, but not a game. This time it's going to be a product. It's the Logitech MX Performance Mouse. Now this mouse I was able to pick up at Staples for around $59, and it's a mouse that you can use for many things and various tasks, and it's not necessarily a gaming mouse, but you can use it for games if you want to. But I'll be doing a full review of the mouse right now. I've had a little bit of time to toy around with the mouse and play around with the software that you can download with the product, and I'm going to give you my review. But first, let's go over the features of the mouse. Looking at the rear of the mouse, you can see the smooth ergonomic design where you can place your hand, and it fits right in the crevices, and it feels very comfortable for the hand. So it's a very comfortable mouse. You can use it for anything you need, and it will fit comfortably. Now, on the front of the mouse, you can see the normal clicking buttons, I guess. I don't know, are they buttons? Actually, I just accidentally opened something. But you've got your clicking, and then you got your mouse wheel. But what I like about the mouse wheel is it's got two modes. It's got your normal scroll mode, and then if you press this button, and let it fly. I don't know if you can actually see that, but it's still going, it's still going, still going, still going, still going. See? It's an interesting feature. Really, the only reason you would use this feature is when you're going through incredibly long documents, maybe, and you want to just get to the bottom of it right away or something. Not the most useful feature, but it is a pretty cool one. Now, this also with the scroll wheel, you can see it's got these arrows on it, the left and right arrows, because you can move the mouse to the left and right, actually. As you can see, I'm moving it to the left and to the right. And that does things to my screen. I should probably turn this mouse off, actually. So I'll show you the bottom right now while I'm turning it off. This is the on-off switch right there. It's a sturdy switch. It turns your mouse on and off when you know. And the bottom of the mouse, it's got these smooth pads right here that are made out of plastic or rubberish material, not rubber though. And it glides smoothly on wood or on your mouse pad. And the special feature about this mouse is that with this dark field technology, it can actually work on glass. I'm going to see if I can give you, I don't know if I can give you a demonstration on that. I don't know where good glass would be to use on a computer, but that's pretty cool. Interesting if you want to try that out, but it does work as long as the glass is at least 4 millimeters thick. It's a cool feature that isn't really a deal breaker for the mouse, but it's pretty cool. Now I'm going to show you the side of the mouse. First of all, there's this side, which doesn't have anything on it, just the side. And then here's the other side, where some of the cooler features of the mouse come into play. Now this isn't a gaming mouse with complex macros and tons of buttons and onboard memory and all that kind of stuff. But it does come with some additional features. First, First, you got these back and forward buttons. And the default use is when a lot of the features you have to install the software for, including this one, I believe. You can navigate back and forward on the web page of your web browser or something. And there's also a zoom button that lets you zoom in. And finally, there's this button which actually switches applications on your computer. And those are the basic features of the mouse. But my favorite part of the mouse, which I'll show you coming up, I'll record it through Bandicam, is the Logitech software that you can download with your mouse that really helps the mouse increase the performance. So I'll be right back with that part of it. Alright guys, I am here right now with I'm going to show off some of the features for the Logitech MX Performance Mouse, the actual features. As you can see, my cursor's up on the screen. It does works quite well. And so first I talked about the features of the mouse, the actual buttons, which there aren't abundant amount of. There's not too many buttons on the mouse itself. There's only the forward back button, zoom button, and the application switcher buttons. But I'm going to show you all the features of those and the main reason why I like this mouse, the software. But as for now, the buttons, for the mouse, it's an ergonomic design, fits your hand well, but it's not really a heavy product, but I guess it is kind of heavy for a mouse, and it's pretty good for gaming. I tested out with some Battlefield earlier, But I'd say if you want it for like competitive gaming, like if you're really into gaming, you should go and get yourself a cheap gaming mouse. But honestly, gaming mice, in my opinion, are overrated. I don't think you need a lot of onboard memory and all these crazy extra macros unless you're like doing some sort of like MMO or some sort of MMORPG type thing. But anyways, I like this mouse for gaming myself, and I'm going to use it for that. So now let's talk about the software. One thing in the software that lets you do once you install it is you push the button that I showed you earlier, the ergonomic handle, and it brings up the application viewer, and you can switch between them, and it actually looks a lot better in the Windows Aero. But I'm using the Windows Basic or whatever color scheme because for some reason Bandicam doesn't like recording my desktop in Aero. So that's a cool feature. And you can just switch between applications easily. And you can probably just do Alt-Tab and click on something you want. But this is just, if you're just like leaning back and whatever, doing something, you just click that and it opens up and you can easily select it. A lot easier. I like it better than Alt-Tabbing, but it all depends. The other feature is in your browser. If I were to say to go to google.com, and I were to Google the Logitech Performance Mouse MX, and see, this mouse has gotten good reviews on places like CNET and Newegg, and so it is a pretty good mouse. But I can use the back button to go back and back again, or I can use the forward button to, guess what, go forward again. So that's that. And also, if you hit zoom, you have to hold zoom, I believe. No, you tap it once. For some reason, zoom is not. Yeah, you tap it once, and then use the scroll wheel to zoom in or zoom out. If you unlimit it, you can zoom in really far. Let me see. Or maybe, yeah, I'm scrolling too fast. But anyways, that's a neat little feature. Not very useful, in my opinion, for zoom. But let me show you what is useful. The Logitech software, right here. It's going to pop up. That's my origin. Oh, there we go. Alright, so this lets you customize everything about your mouse, from the pointer speed to what each button does, so you can see how much battery, you can advanced settings if you want, game mode, all this pointer speed stuff. There's Unifying Software, which lets one USB jack and can control multiple devices like keyboards, mice, wireless headsets, I guess. Whatever, if it supports the Unifying Software, you can do it. But first, let's start at this home page, the button settings. You can change whatever you want here. For example, you can make the left click, you can swap it so that, like, it just goes, the right click is like number 1. I'm going to cancel because I don't want that swapped. It's not canceling. But, oh, I forgot, I got a left click. I had to right click. Anyways, so you can do that. The middle button, you can choose whatever you want, what function you want. Whatever you want to do, you can do all these things. Same with this. You can literally modify anything on the mouse that you want. Anything that is a button, clickable, pushable, whatever, you can modify it with the software. You can go to tools, check out tool stuff real quick, but that's not important. Not really, at least. You can customize everything. You can have all these things. For example, one of the things that I customized early on was the zoom button, because I'm not going to be zooming in much. So I can change. I choose mouse sensitivity. You can up that all over the place by hitting zoom. You can see my mouse goes much slower, and then I unhit it and it goes fine again. I didn't really use that too much, so I stopped using that actually. But it can be helpful if you like want to switch between. For example, if you like photo editing and you zoom in, you can quickly hit zoom and then edit the zoomed in picture quite easily. You can just, there's a bunch of things. I'm not going to showcase them all. This is the application switcher, by the way, this thing. There's a lot of stuff on here. This is game mode. It like keeps your mouse controls stable while you're playing games. And overall, I'd have to say the software for this mouse is probably the best part about it. And now there's one more thing I want to talk about, and it is the charging for the mouse.
So I'll see you guys. I'll be back with that to show you how exactly the charging works.
Alright, you guys, I am back to show you the charging of the Logitech MX Performance mouse. Now, most mice either charge, well, all the ones I've used use batteries, but this one, a lot of mice have it nowadays, but I just want to show it off real quick. It comes with this neat little carrying case, and you open it up, and I don't know if you can see inside there, but you can pull it out. It is a USB charging cable, quite simple. You unravel it, and you take the small end, and you plug it into the front of the mouse. Right, I'll show you the jack. I don't need charging, so I'm not going to do it. You plug it in there, and then the other end, well, it simply plugs into a USB port on your computer. It supports USB 2.0 and 3.0, I believe. And if you don't want to plug it in, there is also an adapter that comes with the mouse, right here. I haven't even taken off the plastic yet. I haven't used it, but that's useful if you want to do that. So that's about it for the Logitech Performance MX mouse. I always get that mixed up. But for the final verdict, I'm gonna say, in actual how comfortable it is. It's very comfortable. It's a very comfortable mouse. Fits the hand very smoothly. For gaming, I'm gonna say, if you want this mouse solely for video gaming, you're gonna maybe want to look elsewhere. I like the mouse a lot, but sometimes this little cushion area here, it's not really cushion, but just a thumb rest, that can get in the way. So if the only reason you want this mouse is for playing video games, I would recommend you look elsewhere. You could probably even get a dedicated video gaming mouse for $60 or less. And for performance, it performs very well. It's sturdy mouse. It's probably not going to break unless you chuck it off something. And it's got solid clicks, if you can hear. And my favorite part is the software. The software, I give that, it's awesome. It lets you customize everything about your mouse. I like that a lot. So, total verdict, I'm going to give this mouse for gaming use, probably a 3.5 out of 5, and for normal use of surfing the net, watching videos, doing everything else, I'm going to give that a 4.5 out of 5. It is a very good mouse, not necessarily a gaming mouse. I use it for my games and it works fine now. I haven't had it for too long, under a week actually, but I use it a fair amount. I tested all the things specifically to get a good review for you guys out of it. So, that's the product review for the Logitech MX Performance mouse. So, final verdict, as I said before, I'm going to give it a nice solid round out 4 out of 5. If you want a cheap, relatively cheap mouse, online you might be able to find this for $99. I picked it up at my local Staples for $60. So that was a good deal, and I definitely think it was worth it. So if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like and favorite this video. It really helps me out a lot. And don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content, including video game reviews and some gameplay videos. So, I will give you one last pan of the mouse, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.